All right. Mic check. 1, 2. We are good. All right. Camera's good. Let's start the games. Whatever we find first. Viva Las Vegas. Bracket 2. All right. Play a budget list first then. Now we wait. I guess we need to see if another lobby fires first. Find my mouse. There it is. Thinking next on the docket is Zephyroth. I don't know what's with this guy. I see this lobby. It says to canceled. 2 to 3 no game changers, so it's just a level 2, isn't it? What's the point of writing 3? Well, the game's gonna fire up anyways. We don't get any rocks, but we got plenty of action. Faithless Looting's fun. What are we against? Titus Averna. Oh, it's pretty fun. Cascade put a land into play. Get 2 cards on your Cascade triggers. Yeah, I'll play it out. Not a big fan of Titus. It's like the baby brother of Atraxa. And it's the baby brother of Atraxa. Does a similar thing, but you have to jump through hoops to get the job done. It's not fun. Bernard, I'm a huge fan of this commander, so be interesting to see it on a different foot, I guess. I usually play him on Christmas, Gingerbread Men. I think last Christmas I played Zedru for gift giving. But these two are new. I knew of this one, never played against it though. You wonder if our lava dart's going to be any good. Hey, we drew rock, so that's perfect. We could ditch the lava dart, cast it later, get rid of land. Always cast the lava dart from our graveyard. It costs us a mountain, but when we got nothing better to do or we are trying to win, our mountain would be good. Sacrificial fodder. I'm rocking Sigil Asleep in a lot of decks. When you're in a slug list, it's one of the best. Keeps the board empty. For the efficiency of one mana, it's great. Could really mess up the Bernard player. Could bounce his gingerbread token copies of his stuff. Deny him a lot of value. Unless they're ETB triggers, then it's unavoidable. Then he gets what he gets. Chalice. Play that on 0 if we really wanted to. I hope everybody plays a creature here. Then I can tempo them because I can Vivi into sleep into Jataxium Probe and start annoying people real nice and early. Then I could have Lightning Bolt up if it's if I wanted to do that. Fortunately, everyone's got full grips, so we might be just walking into removal a little bit. That won't feel good. This art for Dusk Shellcrawler is awesome. I almost didn't recognize it. I remember the original art where it's like a beetle on like a sword hilt that's like jammed in the ground. This one's much cooler looking. Blade Splicer, not bad. Well, this Sigil of Sleep's looking much better. The fact that this triggers on combat will be kind of annoying, bouncing this back to his hand. And drew another rock. Fun begin. Probe. I guess the guy with 7 cards. More information. Bounce the token. It's permanent removal. Beast Whisperer, Journey of Discovery, Wreck Rebuild. Well, my sigil's gonna be destroyed. Oh, this is a land deck for sure. This is the budget, the $150 one. Yeah, he likes to animate his lands and finish us off that way. That's fun. Well, we could cash in and put Gas Arcane Signet and put Cloud of the Dominus on our guy. There we got people cursing in chat. Oh, Cloud gives haste too. Let's beat on someone. There we go. Explosive turn 3, if you ask me. This is bracket 2. I'm playing with $150 deck. These guys are probably got way more money in their list than mine. Mine's $150 in paper. On Moto, it's probably like $5. In terms of difference, though, um, like, what was I gonna say? In terms of like card difference, there actually wasn't much of a difference. Like, I released the deck tech video today, and like when I was talking about it, I realized I only had to swap out a handful of cards and like expensive lands. So like not a whole lot of differences. Like I think I talked about 9 to 10 different changes. So it's basically the same deck, if you ask me. Like I don't get the game changers. Uh, that's the only thing that's really different. Hmm. Well, both my enchantments were dealt with. That's the end of that. Yeah. Um, my mono green list from Aether Adrift, I usually put enough power into play on turn 4 to kill people too. It really doesn't matter what bracket you're in. Like, you could still do a lot of broken stuff on a budget or in the bracket. And like, what I've also noticed is like, everyone still bitches and moans. So, if you can't beat them, just whoop up on them. Creatures can't attack you unless they pay 2. Wow, that's kind of annoying. Yeah, I would say when it's amongst friends, it's fine. But like, man, I have like a low tolerance for it. Like, normally with my friends, I'm way more tolerant of it. But when I'm amongst strangers, it's just annoying as hell. Hmm. We could play a very big Everflowing Chalice. And then we have backup if they kill us. I like that plan. I could save my removal for everything else out here. Six. Put it on 8 here. Now we can pay our commander tax for a while. We'll let the guy that will force us to pay to hit him in the future. Spread the love. Is Titus a 3/3? Yeah, I could shoot lightning bolt that. Move a counter from target creature you control. Okay. I don't want to cash in on these until we have nothing left to do, or we have a big payoff for casting multiple spells a turn, which we don't have right now. I mean, we make him bigger, but he's already pretty big. We're not in a rush. Thanks for being a member for so long, by the way. I think you're on 7 or 8 months. It's pretty kick ass. Oh, I thought this was the one that animates lands. I thought of it wrong. Never mind. This is a creature. It is a creature. Shit. I did not realize that. That little text box down there kind of snuck in on me. Oh, that's pretty fun. You can keep this saga around pretty much indefinitely. Yo, Jimbo. Yeah, I had it coming. Might kill this, just so people are just as empty-handed as I am. I guess I could sweep it up with the Mizium orders, but I'd rather wait till they dedicate their commanders, so maybe I'll save on this removal for as long as I can. I got life to spare. Ooh. Ferrari's Wake. That's kind of brutal. I have to combine. Can I really wait though? Sick. I'm a little less hesitant to go attacking now. People are gonna be plugging away at me. Be in defensive mode. They'll die eventually to just plink damage. Yeah, let's cash in the Faithless Looting, see what we get. We got land. We don't need lands. We have plenty of mana at our disposal. Archmage Runes is nice. Could draw some cards. Do it like that. Now that we start cantripping, maybe I should start killing some stuff off. Definitely don't want more lands. Is not what we want. I don't want to save the Mizia Mortars for when this guy comes down. And we'll play defensive magic. Just hang out. Bernard kind of sucks. I didn't consider the fact I always forget that he's like board wipe protection, because if he gets killed with everything else, um, this all this stuff still comes back. Granted, the only thing that he really gets out of the deal is just what he already has on board, so I guess it could be worse. But he probably could play his commander plus something else, so board would be slightly better. Play your commanders. Do it. Do it. My rule of thumb for being aggressive and attacking is if I could dole out more damage than I can receive, and it's not going to be a lethal crackback that I could foresee. That's fun. Makes another copy. Could exile a tap creature, artifact, or enchantment. I guess my chalice is going to eat it here. Yeah. It's okay. We get 7 mana right there. Hopefully we draw more instants and sorceries with our Lava Dart and Mizir Mortars. He's got 5 more mana at disposal. There's no way he doesn't play another creature. With a full grip of cards, too. Oh, this is like a golem deck. Damn. That's pretty rough. He's gonna get a really big golem here. So the trigger goes on the stack. If he organizes it correctly, he'll have targets to throw the counters on. Brutal. Sure. We will block that. There's 2 mana at his disposal. I don't know what. Imagine he's got a combat trick. We'll see. Force him to use it if he's got it. No, he just wants to throw counters on stuff. He spread out the counters evenly, which is nice. Ooh, the bounty agent's kind of rough. He's so big. So why are they 7/7s? It's +2/+2 from here, so they become 5/5s. They should be 6/6s. 3/3, 5/5, 6/6. Oh, the counter. Okay, that's right. Hmm. Tough spot. See if we can draw something, I guess. Champion's Helm, not that helpful. Alright, later, dude. Should have tapped for some blue. By the time I click too fast. Okay, we get a gutter snipe. We are hellbent. We need a payoff spell pretty badly. Or a tutor. I would go for a tutor. Like solve the equation, and it would be a big solve. I'd probably get finale and just draw a bunch of cards, untap my lands, and play the cards that I draw. And that'd probably be enough to win the game with gutter snipe in play. Make 13 mana with Vivi right now. I think it's wild that the mana you get can be just used on anything from Vivi. It's probably the craziest part. Indra's Ignition would be pretty spicy. Doesn't he get a token? Oh, it's just treasures? Oh. Dude, have gotten more though? He only got 2. I have 1. He's got 3. Should have had 4 treasures. This is a gate deck. He's got 1 gate. Aw. That will pretty much wreck us. Well, that sucks. We probably lose that. That was a brutal farewell. Probably one of the more brutal ones I've been hit with. You must have just top decked that. Yeah, play it. This is our downfall right here. Might use this time to go get a beverage since I'm almost out. That's the, I guess, the other downside of playing Vivi is, I don't know, once something like a farewell hits the table, it's pretty hard to recover from it. think best position-wise after that farewell, it's probably this guy on the left playing the Cascade deck. Um, I don't know. They just get a lot of free value by doing stuff like this, cascading. And like green decks, they have a pretty safe mana base. We're not allowed to mess with people's lands in these brackets, so the ramp decks kind of just get free reign to do whatever they want. And as you can see, he's played 6, 10, 13 value worth of mana. Got a bunch of lands off the deal too. Seymour's Butler. Seymour Butts. I understand why this is in here. I'm not sure why that is in here though. A little strange. Also surprised he could afford to play his commander. It's died 2 times already, so it should cost a lot of mana. I'm surprised he could cast it again. I actually would invite them to beat on me. It's not like I'm doing anything. I'm probably out of this game permanently. Like, there's probably no way I could catch up to this guy. Like, I did have a card advantage lead. I was 2 cards up on him, but now I'm 4 cards behind him with just 1 turn. And this, like, exponentially gets worse. It was cascading over and over again into more stuff. Like, individually, the cards are not too terribly impactful, but the value of cheating stuff into play is effective to win games. Hey, you're lame. 1 more and we could cast Vivi again. We are just passengers. The only reason why I really stick around is I want to be a good sport. I want to lie in the bed that I made, and I got to have free reign for like the first 7 turns. It's only fitting that, you know, it's my turn to ride in the trunk for a bit. And who knows, maybe I will survive long enough to make a comeback, but I like to play to my outs. I want to see what happens. I assume people will realize I'm out of this game, but it doesn't stop people from beating on me. You know, this guy. I'm going to take pot shots at the guy in last. You can. Worst case scenario, they kill us early and we shuffle up and play another game. There's no downside to losing early. I think I showcased the power of Vivi already. It's the whole purpose of playing the deck and putting it on YouTube for people to see. There, Seymour. Seymour Butts. What? Hmm, weird. So he becomes monstrous X based on the power of another creature. Yeah, you should be beating on this guy. He's just gonna get free value off of this and this and this repeatedly. Probably a good idea. I am glad to see that this is getting reprinted over and over again because like a $20 board wipe, I think it's a lot cheaper now. Let's look that up actually while we sit here and wait for our turn to draw and go. Um, Farewell. I hope it's around $5 now. I hope it is. It's been reprinted. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. That's a good price point for this. $4, $3. That's awesome. Go back to our game. Rishkar's expertise with nothing. Oh, I thought this was the one that pulls things from your graveyards. I was thinking of something else. It is way off. Whose turn is it? Oh, it's this guy's turn. See someone doing this at instant speed? I don't think he is. I bet he copies Malkator. What's the point of copying this? Yeah. I always forget he has the ability to bounce himself. It's super fun. Oh man, I love evoke creatures with Bernard. Super good. Gets to see 4 cards. Yeah, he wants us to die, so he can make more tokens. Yep, chip damage in. Farewell is also brutal because it exiles graveyards, and a lot of our like finisher spells depend on our graveyard. So we are in a really rough spot. Kind of need the top deck perfectly for the next couple of turns. Like Vivi into just lots of card advantage. Like, I guess we need a land here, and then just spells beyond that point. Might be a tough ask, though. Even then, it's not exactly like it's like a long-term plan. It's not a permanent solution. Like, we will be behind perpetually unless another board wipe happens. If Vivi gets caught up in it, then we'll be behind again. Hey, Drew Land. Alright, let's play Vivi and say go. I guess if we got another land, it wouldn't be a bad deal. So we could play Niv Mizzet and get some card advantage going. Land or spells? GG. Oh, the guy on the right's got to go. Okay. Later, dude. Thanks for hitting me for 3 on your way out the door. Bet this guy is more pissed. He's at 10 life. Not exactly thrilled, I bet. And you said you're sorry. What more could you ask for, really, from a complete stranger online? It's a good etiquette. Which is more etiquette than I normally get on here. Moto is just like a place of anonymity where you could be a complete jerk. He has only guru lands. It's fun. It's the only place you can afford them. Dragon Master Outcaster, that's fun. Definitely has more than 6 lands. Just cluttering up the board. It's basically a one-on-one game, and I'm here to watch. I like to watch. What's crazy about this enchantment is it pumps out 3/3s. I run this in my oh god, I call it orthodontist needed loot. He's got the jacked up grill, but I just make a lot of 3/3s with this enchantment. I love this enchantment in that list. Jeez Louise. I'm terrified. I feel like he will draw another board wipe and I'll just get caught up in it. I mean, we got no miss it too. We could help out by pinging him down. Spells or land? Spells or land? And if he has the board wipe, do it now. That way, I don't get 2 for 1 on my next turn. Now wouldn't be a bad time because, I mean, he's kind of running out of gas over here. Abundance will guarantee him gas with every draw step, so that's the only unfortunate part. He's got all the mana he could possibly want or need. If I had to bet, He probably has a land in hand because he has 6 lands untapped, unless it's counter magic. I doubt it though. I think this is just a big dumb value list. And between like these 30 cards that he's shown us, not one of them's a counterspell. So I'm not too worried. I don't think he has counter magic in that list. He ain't gonna trade this off. He might give up this or his commander or a 3/3. Own him at him. So I like that spirit. He's set for double. And what happened to all of his mana production? How does he only have 4 lands? He cast this for 6. How did he do that? Yeah, I don't get it. Where'd all his mana go? That sucks. He might walk away with this because he's just trying to put on some pressure. He wants me alive so I could help him. And I'm kind of in a spot where I'm not very helpful. Combat trick? Nice. It's pretty sick. Creature card, put a card into your hand, the rest on the bottom of your library. Creature gets plus X to the mana value of that card. Okay. What do you reveal? You blow my whistle, baby, blow my whistle, baby, blow real slow. Who sings that song? I hope it's not R. Kelly. That'll feel really weird. Whistle, no. Who sings the whistle song? Flowrider, alright, thank you. Put your lips together and blow real slow. We reveal. Summon Ixion. So it gets +3/+3. Does he have a combat trick? Oh, nice. I mean, that's one less card over here. This is just hard to compete with. He doesn't have a bad draw. Good effort. Here we go. All virtue of courage. That's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah. Okay. We got a game on our hands. I wish I could play both. He kill his commander. Make it a little difficult for him to do, I don't know, shenanigans. Like, there's no point in me playing it on the enchantment side, because, like, this is a cast trigger. So, like, it won't see me exiling things, but, like, it'll be on deck for next time, I guess. It is an instant. I just am debating if I should wait. Does this reveal? It does reveal. So let's set a stop on his draw step, because this triggers on upkeep. Oh no, it triggers on draw. I want to know what it is before I blow it up with Virtue of Courage. And I could do like a little combat trick too. Like I could pump this up to a 1/4, shoot something for 2, poke him down a little bit. It ain't bad. It's a little surprise for you. If it's a Cascade card, I'll shoot this off early. If it's not, I'll let it go until he goes to combat and might do a trick on him. Pull a cheap trick. Omnath. Jesus Christ. That's pretty brutal. At least we know he doesn't have lands for now. Okay, we're gonna do a combat trick then. See if he attacks us, and then we could maybe not trade, but you know what I mean. Like we do 2 damage, this becomes a 1/4. We could kill something with 3 toughness. Okay, that might have been a wish. Ooh, I could kill this though. No, I am like 1 point of damage short. I could help a brother out. We're in this together, he and I. It's a lot of fucking damage. Ugh. Yeah, we'll take it. Go to 13. Oh, we'll take 13, go to 10. Anything from my brother from another mother over there. Oh man, we're both at 10 life. Hell yeah. We are truly brothers. I want to get exactly the max size here. Here? Not a lot of useful information there, anyways. Show me what you got. Sucks that he got kind of blown out with that combat trick. Hit 2 for 1. Sorry, buddy. I know it hurts. Well, if I draw a cheap spell, I might be able to see some cards. Probably die next turn because this is huge. Board wipe. Exile target creature one controls until this leaves. Okay. I don't know. Take your pick. You could take away the outcast. It's making the tokens. I don't know. They're all bad. Or you take away this thing that's proliferating shit. It's a tough choice. This isn't exactly good for our situation. It's the Omnath. Yeah, I think we're dead next turn. Unless I draw like 10 cheap cantrips, I could drain him out to death. I doubt it, but one can dream. I think he's got lethal on board too. And we drew a land, so that sucked. I guess we play a blocker. That's what we do here. But we're pretty screwed. I think I'll give up Vivi, in all honesty. If that means we survive. If he forces me to block with 2, then we'll be really up poop creek here. Stops off. I got nothing. Something terrible. Rampaging Balos. Okay. Then we proliferate again. I don't want my Nimbus to survive though, just in case he has instants and sorceries to play, because it's triggers on whenever anybody plays an instant or sorcery. That would be my preference. Yep. Bring it. Yep. Wow. Only bringing the heat my way. I'm okay with that. We said we'd give that up. I meant it. We could win with this. Yeah. Put me to 3. Dude, why is the Balos back here with the lands? That kind of like snuck up on me. Alright, little. I need cards. I need cheap, efficient spells so I can kill this bastard. That's what I need. Nice. That's pretty dope. These are big uns. At least this is a big one. Play a sorcery so I could shoot him. Day those things. Or an instant. Whatever it is you want to do. Do some tricky dick combat tricks. It's not what I asked for. Disappointing. It's coming right down to the wire. It's probably our last turn. Come on, instant and sorcery. Cheap one. Give me a cheap instant and sorcery. And then let me draw more cheap instants and sorceries. Mythic's Mastery. It is useless because our graveyard is empty. Shit. We could cast it, I guess. We cast Virtue and maybe find a cheap spell. Go to combat. He has a flying blocker though. That's not even an option. It's dead. I could. Yeah, there's just nothing for me to do. Just say, help you with your dragon to get bigger. Being asked. Weird. Alright. Guess I could block. Force him to dedicate 2 attackers to me. So he has a fighting chance. Yeah. I just had this gut feeling that I was going to draw Mythic's Mastery. I was thinking in my head, I didn't say it out loud because I didn't want to jinx myself, but I definitely was thinking, I was like, man, I feel like a Mythic's Mastery is going to come up and it'll be useless because I have nothing in my graveyard. Where were you, 10 turns ago when I was at a full graveyard and all the mana in the world? I do feel like we just both die here. There's no way, or at least he's forced to trade off something significant. Bonnie Paul. Legendary Blue Ox. The 1313 cow. Heard you. That had some fun. I remember the what is the lumberjack's name? Babe? I thought Babe was the blue ox. What was the lumberjack's name? Well, there was a cartoon where of this fable, the giant and his ox, who's also a giant. And I haven't seen it in a long time. I haven't seen it since I was a kid. Yeah, this will kill me. Go away. I want to look up. Maybe it's Bay. Bay in the blue ox? All. All in the blue ox. I think the fable is in Minnesota, right? My home state. Bemidji, Minnesota. I've seen it. There's a cartoon about it. Onion. Ooh, yeah. It's a Disney movie. I didn't remember that. It's a short movie. Alright, we will take a dragon down with us. We'll stick around, see if we can turn this around. He's proliferating the saga so it dies. Nice. He gets a distribute counter, so it's not total loss. If he killed a flyer, this wins him the game. So that was actually kind of risky for him to dedicate. Um, oh, this has reach. Never mind. Okay. It was a pretty safe attack then. Why wouldn't Paul Bunyan have reach? Silly me. He doesn't have a board wipe or a way to get rid of two flying blockers, then we will leave and call it good. Good of a combat trick, so I'll just, I'll wait till end step, I suppose. I think we all deserve to see that ending. Or he's salty scooping and we're gonna leave. It's taking way too long to make these final decisions. Tenchi Yosho. See if he's in the lobby, already queued up again. See him, so. Bracket 3, because we're bringing the bigger gun of Vivi, baby. And he's cracking the land. Played this. That is not good enough. Sorry, my dude. Ooh, we won the die roll. I went last a lot today. I was playtesting this earlier. This is way too land heavy, so we're gonna mulligan that. Much better. Big card advantage piece. Tutor for win condition. Earl the Mistalker. God damn. And then shouldered as a silver bullet to what we do. This is gonna be a hard game. Wow. I just realized I don't have any lands in my hand. Did I accept this? I don't remember. I hope I didn't. That's gonna feel really dumb. I get distracted by seeing these two things up here. This might be a wash of a game here. Although we only need one land. So of all the times to like not keep a land, this might be one of them. But we get to show off my big balls, I guess. Wouldn't be the end of the world if I accidentally kept with no lands in hand. Got excited by the soul ring and just my endorphins got ramped up and my reptilian brain kicked in. You know what's kind of funny is I started the queue. This guy joined the queue. Let's take a look. Was he first? Let's look up my name. What's his name? I didn't even look. Keep him locked. So I think he was last to join the queue. Yeah, he was the last one to join our queue. So like, I don't know what does he got to think about? I haven't seen a Euro in a long time. The last time I saw a Euro deck was when I played it. It's a very degenerate list. Like it's hard to deal with. The worst thing about him is edict effects. Okay, one guy left already because he's impatient. We might just requeue if we're going to be down two players right off the bat. Or I could have a one-on-one with my silver bullet over here. Okay, what's the remake? The remaining guy. It's weird. He was the last one to join. So like he knew the queue was gonna fire up immediately and he just fucking ran off somewhere. I don't know. I get it. I have a wife and two kids. Sometimes I get yelled at for being needed for some reason. On pawn, I played against this guy a lot. I think we could afford to wait a little bit. Oh, we got our fourth. Hey, Fish said fish. I've taken a couple of games off him. He's somewhat famous. He plays on Commander Replay a lot. I haven't had a bad experience with him, but I hear of not so good things, personality wise. He has a reputation. Um, wow, we won the die roll, so it's like I don't know, nothing happened. This is a Thrasios list. Well, we got a good start. We have a turn to Vivi. What's not to love there? We have a turn two Vivi into turn three Archmage of Runes. That's what I'm talking about. Let's paint a very large target on our backs. Of all the clouds, this is my least favorite one. I think it's super lame. You have a unique build path that doesn't really have a whole lot of good payoffs because, like, most equipment lists want to build tall and just suit up one thing. This wants you to suit up multiple things and go wide, which kind of goes against the grain of what equipment decks like to do. It's just less efficient. I like the other two way more. I built the mono, or not the mono, the Boros version, which I think is the best of the three for Commander. The mono white one's good. Like I'm running the mono white one because it's a what do you call it? It's a Stoneforge Mystic. Ooh, I can actually play Archmage of Runes now. I feel like that's better than Vivi. Use up our mana efficiently. Let nothing go to waste. Now I have excess for playing Vivi and spells too. Turn 2, Giant Wizard, baby. You're a wizard giant. Yeah, maybe I should ask Fish Said Fish if he could ever get me a game with like on Commander Replay. I wonder if he gets that question at all ever. Maybe that's a total fanboy thing to ask, but you never know until you ask. I would love to play a game with him. I think he's a very entertaining dude. I watch his videos. It's kind of a shitty thing to ask because I'm asking through another person rather directly. But he plays on his games pretty regularly. He's featured on his channel. Oh, really? That's disappointing. I thought you didn't like that. People change, though. I totally get it. Ooh, we drew Archmage Emeritus. Nice. We'll probably beat on the Silver Bullet player. This also changes my opinion of him a lot. Like, you hear things of other people, but having open dialogue with people is great. I feel like the best way you have an impression of someone is if it's from your own perspective. I think, well, probably too much do we have people that um, are easily swayed by people of your circle, I guess you could say. I don't know. And people have experiences based on their day. Like if I was having a rough day, I might have a different stance on things, or might have shorter temper. Not that I ever show it, but I've definitely been angry before. I think that's unreasonable to say that people have never been angry before. It's just a natural thing of being a human. And as like a medical professional, I've learned that um, if I can make room for other people's emotions, they can make room for mine. So I tolerate a lot of, I don't know, moments. I don't want to say like a type of person because people change from moment to moment. So I think moment is the right word. Well, it's fun while it lasted. Can't be drawing too many cards. Man, keep drawing more lands, which is a bit of a bummer. Yeah, plenty of mana. It's pretty cool. I like firing this off a little early, but I want to see some stuff. 2 cards, come on. It's pretty hard to pull off. Need spells. We don't need lands. Ooh, Urbrass. That's a nice pick. Okay. We can play him now, I guess. With the K and T player. Is it Uladoc? I think my most popular list is Spawn of Satan's. Oh, my Roxanne list. Suramaru. Oh, get out of here. Maru. Not Ru. Oh, it's a Kamigawa spirit. Interesting. Never played against one of these. What's kind of funny about saying that you're the best or you have the most viewed Saramaru list is it's a very niche commander. So it's probably not too hard to be the top in that department. Not to Probably not the most popular commander in the world. Not a lot of competition in that space. This is a very explosive game for me. Um, I thought this blows up. Oh no, I was thinking of the Black Red in Saga. It sings one or less. He gave up Tanglewire. So like, I have a lot of experience with this card too. Um, if you don't have a lead or tied for the lead, it's a bad idea to play that spell. The reason why I let that hit me is I need to block it really. Got plenty of life. Could have risked it. I don't know. It could be a free spell. If he's running Fierce Guardianship, he probably runs other free spells, so there's no need. I value my pieces. Second best Cloud. I don't have the heart to tell Fish Said Fish that uh, my thoughts on Soromaru. I mean, it's a space nonetheless. It's cool. At least it's a unique commander that you don't see very often. I've never played against it. I'll give him credit for that. Ooh, okay. Passive Flames. I would like to get more value though. More stuff in my graveyard to cash in on that. Yeah, looping Mystic Sanctuary. That makes sense. He bounces that back to his hand. It's infinite turns. Pretty slick. What's funny is I could probably cast Change Ignition twice. Just so I can flip this over and see more cards. It's not a bad idea. I think it's funny. We will lose our Archmage. But we kill this, I guess. I kind of don't want to lose our Archmage. I just don't have anything else better to do. This is going to feel really silly. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Like I said, I don't. Silver bulletless is a problem down the road. He's behind, but we can't show favoritism. In the game, we're trying to win. Got to pick on the guy that can ruin my whole strategy just from the command zone. Ooh, actually, hold on. Let's cast our blue spell first. Try to flip our Urabrask over. Maximize the size of Vivi here. Light up stage is good. Immolating Inferno. We don't really need it. Graveyard. Mizzix Mastery, much better. That's a bad hit. Can I flip this yet? Can't flip it. Ooh, don't want to pass through a turn, that's for sure. Um, humorously, we could do that, but I guess we could kill something, draw some cards. This is what Storm decks do. They don't know if they're going to win until they win. Let's play the Flamer. It's all she wrote. I guess I get attacked with Archmage. Yeah, I feel bad for that guy. I'm a shoulder player. Sometimes you gotta be mean. A little cutthroat. That was a pretty sick turn, though. I played a Chandra's Ignition twice, choosing Archmage just so I could keep my permanents in play. I could have done a lot more damage, but I need cards to win, and this is too important of a piece to give up. All right, let's see what we get for free. Hopefully, it's not Past in Flames. I'd like Light Up the Stage back in my hand. Would be the ideal spell. Hey, we got it. Ask and you shall receive. We could snap back to reality too. Ooh, we drew a tandem lookout. Perfect. We are all dead. Turn 6, baby. I had the Fierce Guardianship in my exile pile. It's been there. Didn't go anywhere. Now, see some cards. The Ozolith, hell yeah. It's a lot of lands. Just keep playing. Oh, I could use that to draw a card. Gearson, hell yeah. We drew Revelation. X equals 10. And that's the death trigger, baby. Oh yeah. Maybe not. I thought he was dead. Yeah, Gears triggers here. Blouses. Well, we finished up at 10:44. It's a nice night right there. We get pretty blown out by the farewell in the budget version of this list, and then we wreck people. That's usually how it goes. Even when I played the testing of the budget version, the games played very similarly to how the second one played out. And it's because the cards aren't very much different. Like all I did was take out all the expensive lands, and there was only 6 cards that were really expensive in the the victory. I only took out 6 cards from the 99 that weren't lands that were super expensive. And you could build a very house poor version where you build $100 and have $50 worth of 99 cards and still be as powerful as what I just displayed right there. So yeah, it's pretty sick. I didn't know you were watching Fearless. How's it going? I took another game off of Fish Said Fish. Um, I don't get to play against him often. He's a bit of a YouTube celebrity, so it's always a pleasure playing against him. But I got to show you how the deck performs against a veteran, I guess you could say. He's been featured on a lot of popular channels. Yeah. Being okay is okay, too. I don't expect everyone to be great or, having a bang up day. I have a lot of okay days. And I'm feeling pretty high after that game. Played like 30 spells in my last turn. In terms of the next decks, it's going to be Celeste. Mostly because I have to do a deck tech on Sephiroth. But it'll be a quick deck tech like Vivi because it has the same kind of thought processes behind the deck build construction. Like Sephiroth, the mono black version, he is another puzzle deck that fulfills 2 of the 3 puzzle pieces from the command zone, kind of like Vivi does in Stormless. In the mono black Sephiroth list, aristocrats care about 3 things: drawing cards, bodies to sacrifice, and mana. And Sephiroth, I guess that's not correct. It's the aristocrat piece, like the win condition, draining people life, bodies, and cards. So Sephiroth fulfills 2 of those. You have the win condition and the card advantage, and you just need bodies for it to function really well. I have the deck already built. I just haven't made the video, so I was thinking about recording either tonight or tomorrow because I took tomorrow off. One of my youngest is kind of sick, so I'll record either off stream tonight or tomorrow afternoon. I put the kids down for or kid down for a nap because I'm going to bring my oldest daughter to daycare. We paid $2,400 a month for that, so if one of them's not sick, we're going to get every penny out of it. And they charge us the same regardless if they're at daycare or not. Just fucking blows. Daycare is expensive, man. So I could empathize with the feeling of being okay. And don't get me wrong, being a nurse, my wife's a nurse too. We have pretty good paying jobs, but like I still feel like I'm living paycheck to paycheck. It just is unfortunate. Like, and I don't even spend money on necessarily wants. Like, I spent $100 building all 7 decks so far. I have an 8th one. I haven't finished building Absolute yet, but I imagine that'll be cheap. But for those the 7 decks I've finished of the 8, I only paid $100 to build him on Moto, so it's a reasonable price to pay for playing Magic the Gathering online. It's no like skin off the family's back, rather. I don't really buy paper anymore because that's too expensive. I could keep playing if you guys want. Let me know in the chat if that's what people want. I could go later. It's only 10:50. Guess I could sneak peek. Um, I'll show you Virtue. This I do find this list to be a little boring. Like I thought it'd be kind of fun to play, but it's mostly just a blue-white control shell with this in the command zone to pillow fort yourself. Doesn't feel too satisfying in terms of uh, uniqueness, but it's basically like a Platinum Angel or Empyrean from the command zone. It feels the same. A little more brutal because it gives you protection from opponents, which prevents you from being targeted or damaged by. This is definitely the budget-less version. I haven't even finished this. I like going the budgetless version first because paring down gets a lot easier. I usually turn on the price point, sort by price, and I just shave from the bottom. And if it's more than $5, I cut it and I fill it with something else. And usually it comes out to be around $100. I guess I could, kill two birds with one stone. I could talk about the Sephiroth list and then just chop up the video in the editing process. I like that idea. Get a little, I don't know, bonus action in this video. Since I'm already recording, no need to stop since people are watching. If you want to learn about the commander, I already talked about how. We can talk about the title first, actually. I call it "It's a Man Baby" because I think of Austin Powers when he comes across a woman and then they cut away, cut back, and it's clearly a man. Sephiroth is very androgynous. He has a lot of female characteristics, very long hair, clear complexion, soft lips, whatever it is that like a woman mixed in with a man. He's ripe for being punched out by Austin Powers, that's for sure. Okay, so he fulfills multiple niches. The puzzle with aristocrats is you need cards, you need bodies, and you need a win condition. He has the win condition, and he has the card advantage. The front half, he enters, or attacks, you sack another thing, you draw a card, and whenever anything dies, doesn't have to be stuff from your board, it could be anybody's board. It's a Blood Artist trigger. It adds up. It's a really annoying trigger. People sleep on it, but what's so great about him is when 4 things die, he flips over, and you get the Avatar Angel God version of himself. And at that point, you get an emblem that's a permanent Blood Artist effect. And when he attacks, you could sack any number of things, draw me as many cards. There's only 2 cards that do that, like Plum the Forbidden and Bantu, the one that puts itself 3 from the top when it dies. So there's not a lot of effects that do that, which makes it kind of special. He's also special because he's the first time we get an emblem from a non-planeswalker body. It's pretty sick. Getting our commander out early is important. So I opted to make 2 of our game changers fast mana. Now, I would normally use my game changers for something synergistic. If there's something synergistic that we need to have, so like because Sephiroth fulfills the niche of 3 of the puzzles we need, I only want bodies, and there aren't any black or colorless game changers that put in a lot of bodies into play. So I elected to go for fast mana instead. That was my whole thought process behind that. So if that makes sense, let me know in the comments below or in the chat. Okay, since that philosophy carries over into the rest of our deck, we care about bodies and only making bodies. So that's what we do. Bloodsoaked Champion, Forsaken Miner, Infestation Sage, Nested Shambler, Nezumi, Linebreaker. These 2 put in tokens when they die. These 2 come back. But I do want to talk about Edict effects. Edict effects are super powerful because it enables our Sephiroth to flip from 1 spell. Ideally, we cast an Edict effect, and if there's 4 people playing, like in most Commander games, 4 creatures die for a very efficient cost. And our goal is to get as many Sephiroth emblems as we can get, and then punish people for killing our commander so we can get another one. That's my whole philosophy around the Edict effects. They're very synergistic. They're not just in here for removal. So keep that in mind if you want to build a Sephiroth list. Include as many of them as you can that are efficiently costed. Like I don't go beyond 3 mana unless it hits multiple things, like beyond like 1 per spell. If I pay more than 3, I'm hitting 2 things per person. Whew, I got a little long-winded there. Skull Clamp, everyone knows what that does. More cards, it's not bad. It's one of the best equipment in the game. Cursed Marauder, an Edict effect on a body for 2 mana. Bitter Blossom gives us a body every upkeep. Carrier Thrall dies, it gives us a body. Chthonian Nightmare is really goddamn annoying. Not only can we just like repeatedly cast this over and over again in a turn, but we could get several death triggers to flip Sephiroth again and just get a ton of value. Like even if we get our less impactful spells like Carrier Thrall here, we could loop it over and over again and get a ton of bodies. So when this flips over, we have fodder to draw more cards. It's pretty brutal. Like Dark Confidant, efficient card advantage. Discordant Piper, Doom Dissenter. They do the same thing as before. I do have a concern though, because we are so low to the ground and we have so many low impact spells. I worry if it's enough. But I think the chip damage from the emblems and Sephiroth should add up and eventually get us to get a victory, essentially. So That's my theory. I'm going to stick to my guns and lean into what we're good at. Dreadhorde Invasion, a less effective Bitter Blossom for sure. Genesis Shaper, it's symmetrical. Everyone gets a token. But I think we are better at putting non-token bodies into play for how cheap and efficient we are. So it becomes slightly asymmetrical. It benefits us more than anyone else. Jadar Ghoul Caller, another Bitter Blossom effect. Liliana's Triumph is a Edict effect. Same with Momentum Breaker. Mercier puts more bodies. Nether Trader is a recursive body we get back for cheap. Or Sovereign Enforcer, another death trigger puts another body in. Or's Old Cemetery. This helps us keep our hand nice and full with fodder. Risa Forgotten Gods. An Edict effect that draws us a card and generates mana. Play the spells that we, or play the cards we draw because of this. It's slightly better, in my opinion. It does force the sack too, but we have so many fodder creatures in this list. I think it's really good in our list. Summoning Skeleton, recursive body, Shoulders to Edict, another Edict effect. Tithing Blade, Edict effect. There's a lot of 2-mana Edict effects now. That seems to be like the new standard. You know what I mean? Like when stuff like Tithing Blade came out, it was definitely I don't know what you could say. It's like a power, like a secret power creep, because most of the time you have to pay 3 mana for this effect, but we get it for 2, and it doesn't force us to sacrifice. Super nice. Forces our opponents though. And like some would say, oh man, but like we need 4 bodies to die. That's okay. Our commander can go to combat, sack a thing, and then we meet the 4 body requirement. No big deal. Wiggling Grub produces 2 bodies. Avenger of the Fallen, probably one of our best combo pieces with our commander. Well, it's not a full-fledged combo where it's infinite, but it is a combo. It does make you conscientious of the stack. You have to select the Sephiroth trigger to go on first, and then elect this to go on after because it resolves in a top-down fashion. So this will put a bunch of bodies into play. Sephiroth will resolve after. We sack all the bodies, draw a ton of cards. Blight Mound makes a body when a non-token dies. Braids is just an annoying engine. Same with Dark Prophecy. The uniqueness of Dark Prophecy and Liliana Dreadhorde General is they trigger on tokens dying. There are the only 2 cards in Magic that do that. So if you're trying to skimp on those 2 cards, I highly recommend you don't. Another Edict effect. Explorer lands for mono black. We have a bunch of snow swamps, so hopefully we catch people with their pants down. If we play against another mono black deck, I hope they're not playing snow swamps, but I don't know. Snow swamps are a little more rare, so we play them over regular swamps for that reason. To deny people getting the symmetrical effect of our lens here. Edict effect. This triggers on non-tokens dying. We get a token out of it. Edict effect. Masamune. This doubles our death triggers. There's only 2 cards in mono black that do that, so play them for $1.68. It's a steal. What's also kind of funny is it doubles our emblem trigger too. So if we have multiple emblems, we'll double each of them. Super fun. Bonus Hunger. This is a cool. This is like the best rate in terms of edict effects because we ascend and then it forces people to sack multiple creatures for 3 mana. Nothing beats that. Yes, for mana ramp, Flare Malice, and instant speed. Each effect that we could cast for free. We have a ton of fodder, so and it gets the 4 bodies in our graveyard, so we could flip our Sephiroth. Grave Pact, we all know what that does. It makes anytime our thing dies, other people's stuff dies, and we get that 4-body death trigger. Cletus exiles people's graveyards or exiles creatures as they die, and it gives us a token. So if it fills multiple roles, it hates on other graveyard synergies and then gives us bodies, which we desperately need and care about. Wrinkle is an edict effect with extra value of making people discard. Because we draw so many cards in this list, it makes this card more asymmetrical. We could play around it more effectively than anybody else can. Mana. This is another thing that generates bodies for non-tokens dying. Darkness Crystal. It's new, and I wanted to give it a try. Hates on other people's graveyard synergies, and then makes our black spells cheaper. It's not the love. Move this over. Board wipe. Another Dictative Urbos is basically another version of what else is it called? Great Pact. Just 1 mana more. But we could do it at instant speed and do a combat trick with it. Catch people with their pants down, which makes it worth extra mana, in my opinion. Dribnod, this is the other only doubling death triggers in black. Very affordable, $4.96. Yisa, because Sephiroth is a blood artist trigger, we're targeting people, so that counts as a crime being committed. So it is possible that we generate 2 bodies on each turn, and by the time it revolves back to ours, we'll have 6 bodies in play. Way too good to ignore. And the tokens, they can block. They come in untapped. Oh no, they do come in tapped. Never mind. But you know what I mean. They can block. Most of the zombie tokens have decayed, can't block, or some other bullshit that makes them less good. But Geese is pretty awesome. Ogre Slumlord. This is in here because this gives us a death trigger when anything dies, including our opponent's stuff, and it gives us more bodies. And the bodies we get have death touch, so it's really goddamn annoying for our opponents in multiple reasons. Witch of the Moors gives us 3 death triggers with the end step. If we gain life, which we should get with Sephiroth, either from the emblem or on the front side, it guarantees we gain the life loss and force the edict effect. And we get to return some to our hand for future fodder, or we get a key piece back. Super nice. And that's that for the budget list version. Let's talk about the budget version of this list. We'll only talk about the stuff that's unique. Mana rocks get less efficient. We don't get the cool stuff like Explorar Lens anymore, or the Warhammer rock. We get to play with crappy 2 mana ones, which they aren't bad. They accelerate our game. It lets us play multiple spells early in the game. This is another one of those lists, like the burn list, where there's not much to talk about because the cards were already pretty darn cheap for the style of play that we were going for. Butter and Blood. Like I said earlier, when we start paying more than 3 mana for our edict effects, then I want to force people to sack multiple things. With Wrinkle Sprink, does the same deal. The Gauntlet of Power was budget friendly. Unfortunately, it's more symmetrical. People tap swamps, they get double the mana too. Doesn't care what type it is. Zodiark, Umbral God, makes people sack half their board rounded down. And we throw a bunch of counters on this. It's indestructible too, so it's an annoying body for people to deal with. Cage Sun, double our mana production. This is asymmetrical, and it's a anthem effect. Not bad. That's the end. It's the only differences, really. So, oh, what happened? Oh, it was Zephyros, $51. Okay, this is kind of like the same story with Vivi. Super expensive commander, not very practical. If you open it from a pack, this is the list for you. Then see if there's a cheaper version. Not really. It's a popular card. Thanks, Eduardo. Welcome. I kind of duped you because like I had extra time and I needed to record this video anyways, um, so I could make a more cohesive video later for the channel. And I was here, so it's like, why not record it and talk people through it that are here? But I did unfortunately bait new people in here. Sorry if Vivi was why you're here. I could play a game for you, Eduardo, because I feel kind of bad. I imagine you clicked on the screen here expecting some Vivi gameplay, so let me give that to you. Do you want the budget list or do you want the budget version? Give you some time to respond to that. I want to end on a high note. Rather, just talking a bunch. But who knows? Maybe you're at the beginning of the stream and you're watching the gameplay now. That could be the thing too. I just assume people are watching at the same time that we like picked up at. I'll tell you what, I do like the name Eduardo. Just rolls off the tongue. Eduardo. I think of a couple of films with the character named Eduardo. Can't think of them. I just know they exist. Bring a cool theme. All right, we'll play one on one. This one would be sitting around forever. I think we fit the cool theme. We got everything we could want. Leave it like that. Oh, it's a goblin list. No, it's a berserker or barbarian warrior list. Interesting. Yeah. Oh, it's a little early. Ooh, Archmage Ascension. That's pretty darn good. Give up the Chalice or enter the Enigma. We give up Niv-Mizzet. Some of our like bombs on the back end, but it's not doing us any good. Maybe it's just too efficient in what it does. Yeah, let's give it the Chalice. Lava dart, nice. Triggers on cast, so I can't kill it yet. Mm. Ballroom Minotaur. Your commander. Hopefully it doesn't have removal. Seems like an aggro list. I wouldn't be surprised if he could kill our commander. But he'll probably go with this and pump this stuff up. If I was a betting man. Next turn I could play Clout. Yeah, okay. Guess he didn't get his own memo here. Discarded his hand. Alright. That's fair. Like a land. Maybe that was just dumb of me. Maybe I should have just waited till I had the 4 mana to play this followed up with the Clout. So I'm in a tough spot. It'll be enough to kill me. 3/3 vanilla creature with haste and a 1/1 that gets bigger with every spell I cast. It's me for 11. Be close to dead. That's a lot of lands. We are going to shuffle. Yes, we're going to shuffle. Museum Orders is good. Too bad it's mana short for killing his whole board. And it's at sorcery speed. Doesn't really do much because he has mana to clearly play it again. Maul. We're dead next turn. troops are a little too expensive. Man, asked for fun and interesting, and nothing this guy's done is what he requested of his opponents, that's for sure. This is a straight up aggro list. It's the gift version, dude. Alright, we'll give him a fish. Just to be funny. When we die. What do we got? I got a little greedy with my Vivi play. That's why I got it mostly. I could have probably stuffed out a lot of aggro if I played that better. And then I wish they had more than just match clock 60. Would be nice if I knew what I was getting myself into. I think we'll call it a night. Honored the end of the video with a Vivi game, even though we lost. But I would have felt bad using time that should have been used on my own to talk about Sephiroth a little bit. So, hope you all enjoyed. Subscribe, tell your friends. Even if you're not a Vivi fan, I do a lot of deck techs. I've done 7 techs now. Each tech, if you're not even like interested in said commander, you get to learn a lot about said commander. You get to know the optimal version of that list. Not to pat myself on my back, but I've been playing a long time and I know what people are generally going for. So, like, even though we have different building habits, I'd like to think that you get the general idea what to expect when you watch my videos. So, at the very least, if you don't have a laugh, you learn something. So, everyone take care. Thanks for your support. Bye.